In some Shaktipat practitioners, you can see the entities that they are working with, many of them unknowingly. Entities are not necessarily good or bad. Some can be angelic and some can be demonic. But when they live on a higher plane of existence than we do, good and bad does not exist in the same way. So it's not like an all-powerful evil demonic force is taking possession of a person and doing bad things, but we need to be very careful not to surrender our will to entities, as their agenda is not our own. Likewise, being totally guided by angelic forces, but then not holding our own boundaries, can also be bad for us, because we fail to use our own willpower and stop trusting ourselves to decide what is right and what is wrong. As discussed in the video Black Magic, there are negative energies and entities that can attach to us and feed from our emotions, most often negative and lustful emotions. They create depression, addictions, desires to isolate, eat too much, watch pornography and violent movies, over-exercise, and other acts that simply lower our vibration, thus allowing them to feed from us. These entities feed from us as they need our light and chi to survive, with negative emotions also having chi. When in a low vibrational state, we are literally their food. Ultimately, they are reflections of us, of humanity, while the shame is also blocking us from our power, so is a double negative in the game of polarity and separation, with negative entities obviously loving our shame. One aspect of shadow work is transcending the energies and entities that we create. But in relation to Shaktipat, if a practitioner is working with an energy or entity, angelic, demonic or otherwise, then we need to be careful. I don't want to limit your belief about what is and what is not possible here on Earth. We can all pull large amounts of natural and pure energy into our bodies, and we can all channel enough chi and prana to wake up our own Kundalini and experience life as divine. But when we experience these high voltages of energy, they must be coming from somewhere. And when they are not coming from our own entity, then it is possible to become blinded to the damage being done, simply forgetting many of the things that you know. If someone continually goes into Shaktipat circles and goes into blissful and orgasmic states of being, then it is unlikely that the bodily movements they experience are from the clearing of their own trauma and blocks and the excess energy stored in their body. In these circles where spiritual growth is not apparent nor accompanied by spiritual commitment, discipline or practice, then it is much more likely that there is either a victim somewhere who is being drained, pulled from them. Their sacral, their solar plexus chakras are drained, negative cords are attached to them, with the exact same thing happening within internet pornography sites, which can lead to illness manifesting such as chronic fatigue or mental health issues. But as this is all healable and for the most part avoidable, I don't want to put you off this work, as clearly the work I do and what I'm teaching you is very similar, but I want you to be aware of what is possible and where you can go wrong, as unconsciously and unknowingly working with darker entities can bring you negative karma. The tools in Kundalini Bodywork are teaching you to remain safe in such spaces and circles.